What is going on, everybody? Today we're looking at the Hasbro Marvel Legends Wolverine 50th Anniversary 2-pack of Wolverine and Lilandra. So this is a pretty cool 2-pack where we get Wolverine where he's being taken over by the Brood. So he looks awesome there with his Brood sort of body. And then we get Lilandra, the ruler of the Shi'ar Empire. So very cool to have her in this new updated body. Of course, we had to make her years ago when we got her head included with another figure. So we'll show that one off as well. But it looks pretty cool for both those figures. If we spin it around, we can see a picture on the back from where Wolverine is from, where he's turning into the Brood there, kind of recreating this comic issue from the Uncanny X-Men 234 down there. So that looks pretty cool, and a little bit of the story for those, but very cool 2-pack to look at here today. So I'm excited to check it out. So let me get him out of the box and we'll take a look at them together. So we're going to start off with Wolverine, who is in the Brood form. Now, the Brood was a species of insectoids that traveled through space to find a host to infest, reproduce, and consume all of their resources. And they have flat triangular heads with fang jaws and natural body armor that makes them formidable in combat. And we see here specifically Wolverine is infected by the Brood and is slowly transforming, but his healing factor resists until he eventually kills the Brood embryo. So it looks pretty cool with Wolverine again transforming into the Brood. So it looks pretty awesome. So we have Wolverine in his brown and yellow outfit here, which of course nice and classic. And if you saw in the back of the box from that comic cover, the Uncanny X-Men, so it looks pretty cool to recreate that again, turning into the Brood. So he's got the weird mouth and face. So he's got the little red eyes in there, the mouth with the teeth all showing in the jaw, and it's cool that there's a hinge in the jaw showing a tongue there as well. So that's awesome. And then we get the segmented arms as well, which look pretty cool in this more grayish color. So that's cool and stands out. But then the rest of it's going to be the brown and yellow suit Wolverine that we've already had. Just looks like it's new and updated with pinless joints in the arms at least, but still pins in the lower legs and pretty much the exact same body. Now we'll do the movement, so his head will twist all the way around. He can look down that far and up that far, so decent movements there. As I already showed, the mouth does hinge open, so open and close there if you want to adjust that. Then we get the shoulders that do come up to 90 with the butterfly joint, so nice range of movement back and forth, and then it can rotate around as well. We get a bicep twist and the double elbow joint that can bend up that far at least, so not too far, mostly because of the muscles, but not bad though. And then we get the wrist that'll twist around and can hinge back and forth. Then we go to the ab crunch, so we get the ab cut out in the middle. So crunch forward, crunch back, so nice crunching forward, not so much back. And then we'll twist around at the waist as well, so just under the belt. The hips can come up to 90, looks like actually a little over 90, and out to the side. Thigh twist all the way around. We get the double knee joint that can bend back that far, so not too bad form. And then we also get a shin twist down in the boot, so it'll twist all the way around, and the foot will flex back and forth and twist side to side. So pretty decent movements, pretty standard for Wolverine, nothing new or out of the ordinary there. Just obviously with this one having the Brood, we get the extra Brood designs and the hinge in the mouth, so that's the only new movement. And as usual with Wolverines, don't get too many accessories. The only thing we get are some extra hands, so we get some fist hands, which is weird because I think this is the first time we've got fist hands that don't have the claws sticking out them, and we have claws sticking out of more open hands, which again, like I said, doesn't really happen too much. But again, this is part of him turning into the Brood, so he's trying to fight off the Brood inside, so he's kind of suffering from that. So poor Wolverine here suffering from the Brood infection, but looks pretty cool to have this represent that. And as I mentioned, we have had this Wolverine before, so here is our older brown and yellow suit Wolverine. Of course, this looks much darker in color, just shinier and everything, but relatively the exact same body, just obviously the arms are different. But yeah, relatively same bodies. I'm just with all the brown and yellow compared here. So pretty cool to get this. Like I said, it's not going to be a very useful Wolverine since he's going to be part of the Brood, but like I said, nice to recreate that design. It just gives us another and different Wolverine to add to the collection. And again, the main reason to get these 2-packs is for the second character that's included. So this pack has Lilandra Neramani, who is the ruler of the Shi'ar Empire. Her sister Deathbird allied with the Brood to take control of the Shi'ar Empire, and Lilandra called on the X-Men for help, but they were implanted by the Brood. But Wolverine's healing factor purged the embryo, and he was able to help his friends escape. Now Lilandra, she has superhuman strength and telepathic abilities, and she also wears battle armor and uses a staff that we'll get with her. And overall looks cool. This is our first time getting her in the Marvel Legends. Now we did get her head included with a past figure where you could then use it on the figure it came with or customize her, which we did. So I will show you our customized Lilandra, but overall looks pretty nice here as our ruler of the Shi'ar. So there we get her face, which looks cool. I always love like the black paint around their eyes. That always looks cool, and nice overall face design there. Nice makeup and everything with her battle helmet or crown, whatever it is. She always wears it, so it's hard to tell which one it is, but they have weird looking hair without it, but it looks pretty nice all in the silver. That's going to match pretty much a lot of her body is going to be silver. She does have this blue cape hanging off of her, so it looks pretty nice in blue flowing in the wind there with a nice clasp here with a red and gold design around it, so that's pretty nice. Again, the silver continuing down, which I love all the line designs on there. Silver down the arms where she has gauntlet pieces, which is funny because it looks like they put the gauntlets from Quake on there, which we did on our custom figure, so that will match with that. And then we go down, it looks like maybe has an underwear piece design with a belt around her waist. Then it transitions to black. So black, which I like the little designs, almost got like a leather design on the legs, transitioning back to the silver metal, so running all the way down the legs with some knee pads all the way down to the boots. So looks pretty nice there all around. So very nice carrying out of the look of Lilandra. But for her movements, her head will twist all the way around. She'll down that far and up that far, so not a whole lot of range in the head. Then we get the shoulders, which are going to be a little difficult because of the cape, but can come up to 90 and, of course, rotate around within there. We get the bicep twist and the double elbows. Now, unfortunately for her, her elbows are really stiff, but we are able to get them loosen and move. So, like I said, just hard to do, especially with the material to get a hold of and find with the cape and everything, but you can get it bent all the way up there, so not too bad at all for that. And then we also get the wrist that'll twist around and will hinge back and forth. Then we go to the ab crunch, so just under her chest. She'll crunch back and forth a little and twist all the way around. And then we go down to the hips that can come up to 90 and out to the side. Thigh twist all the way around. The double knee joint that'll bend up that far to the back, not far from kicking her butt. And the foot will flex back and forth and can twist side to side. So decent movements. Once again, like I said, just some issues with the elbows there, but other than that, everything else moves pretty decently on her. Now for accessories, she comes with some additional hands. So we get a fist hand and an open like flat palm, almost like karate chop hand. So we get those that we can switch out if we want. And as I mentioned, she uses a staff. So she has a multi-pronged staff, which looks cool. And this nice like see-through, it's not completely see-through, it's like an opaque see-through yellow color, but it looks pretty nice with the design. Very much representative of her staff. So with that, we can put that into her hand. And there Lilandra has her staff, and that looks really good. Now, as I said, we did customize her with that old head, so we can bring her in. So we have this one. So there we have that old head on the body. I can't remember if this is Jocasta or like a silver sable or something, or whatever it is. I can't remember what body it is, but you just put that head on there. Again, that's what it looked like compared to this one. Neither of them look bad. This isn't super old. You could put this head on there, but the silvers don't match at all, so it wouldn't really look too good, so we won't do that. But again, we put those Quake gauntlets on it, so again, that sort of match. The only thing we didn't get was a cape. We were going to get a cape, I think it was off of Valkyrie, and put on this one, but we never did that, and then just gave her a trident as well. So that's what our custom Lilandra looks like. So definitely cool to get this one, so we have a more proper looking Lilandra. And now that we have her, we can bring in the rest of our Shi'ar Empire. And there we've got our Shi'ar Empire, so we get Gladiator and Fang, which are definitely in the Empire. But then in X-Men 97, when we saw Lilandra, Vulcan was a member of the group as well, so I went headed through in that Vulcan to go along with them. So very cool to start building out the numbers of our Shi'ar Empire. Well, that's going to be it for this Wolverine 50th Anniversary 2-pack, where we got Wolverine turning into the Brood and Lilandra of the Shi'ar Empire. So both of these are really cool. Like I said, Wolverine don't really need because it's like too specific of a thing, but still looks really cool. Again, trying to recreate the cover from the Uncanny X-Men 234, but it looks cool with him transforming into the Brood. And then again, Lilandra, need her for the Shi'ar Empire. And nice to actually get a built-out Lilandra instead of trying to customize one. So very awesome to have her in the collection now, a much-needed figure. But let me know what you thought of these two down in the comments. If you enjoyed my review, let me know with that like, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button to see more. But I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you all stay awesome out there, and I'll see you in our next review.